Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Minecraft from the Hermitcraft server, and we're actually going to do some building today. Way out in the distance there, I have marked off a little netherrack square, and that's going to be where my pig pen is. That's right, pigs. We're going to have pigs, we're going to have sheep, I still want goats probably up on that hill right there, and I still want to expand this farm. I also have to make a lot of paths, because I don't have very many. I mean, I haven't made paths in a while. I've been busy with things, actually. I've got some things to talk about. We're not going to talk about them in this episode, but boy, have I been busy with things. Anyway, okay, so this is going to be the actual pig pen itself. If I just do this and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, that's probably good because this is up a block. So it'll give the pigs a relatively tall... Here's the thing. I Googled what pig pens look like. They come in all shapes and sizes. So what I'm just going to do is make like a little shelter with a sloped roof going this way so that the rain drains off the back of the roof and into the river. And then hopefully put some hay in here and, I don't know, just pig stuff. Really, I don't know if I need it this big, to be honest. I only want a couple pigs. I'm going to shrink the size a little bit. Okay, so pigs tend to be, I speak about pigs like I've owned pigs in the past. I've never owned pigs in the past. I don't plan on owning pigs. But from what I see, pigs tend to be a little bit not only messy, but problematic. They chew a lot of stuff, I think. They eat a lot of stuff that they probably shouldn't be eating. So what we're going to do is have a pretty beat up base layer of concrete here around the building, and then we're going to actually extend it with walls. So this is where the pigs will sleep at night. There's going to be hay in here and all kinds of piggy stuff. And then out here, this is where they're just going to frolic in the muddy pig world that they love living in. Love the shape of the roof. Hate this gap. We've got to rethink these walls. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. I mean, it's for pigs, right? Should we have ventilation in here? Probably should have some ventilation. So let's bust out a couple walls here. That's going to be uneven, isn't it? You know what? We're not going to have any windows in the back. These are technically not windows. They're just for ventilation. Now, could I also do this? I don't think this would be too big of a deal here. So this is how you shut it, but it looks a lot better. Okay, not exactly the best system here. I think these are a good idea, but I think what I want to do is use the darker trapdoors for it. So it'll be like that, for example. Maybe we could just have... Probably not. I think that's okay. Now, should I put a couple of these guys down here at the base to make it look a little chunkier? Or not? This might look a little bit too medievally, and we're not going medievally here. I'm trying to match the other buildings, except for the quartz. I don't think pigs would appreciate quartz like I do. So this nice, beautiful white barn with the spruce, and then the spruce roof, and then of course you've got the stone brick stairs here and slabs for the roof. I think that's pretty good. We're using similar materials. I wonder, now that I look at it, let's try a cracked stone here. Ooh, I like that. Let's do the other one, a regular stone. Oops, that did not go as I planned. Like this. That's not bad. I like that, I think, better than the gap. Here is the front of the building. Now we got a 3 wide gap here. So what I plan to do, what I will do, is I think I want to make it look like this door slides open. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, like so. This is like, I don't even need this wall here. This is like a detail that nobody other than myself will notice, but I'll notice. And I appreciate the details. So this is like a little sliding door that slides open. Should it be on this side? Does it matter? I think it should be on this side. See, again, detail that nobody would notice or bother me about. But for me, it's like, no, I think it needs to be on the other side because this side is going to have a fence leading right up to it, right? So it doesn't really make sense that the door would slide towards the area of the pigs. I feel like it should slide away from the area of the pigs. Now, how can we make this look like... It does kind of look like a sliding door. Ooh, that's actually pretty cool. Is there another way maybe that we can make it look a little bit more slidey? There. After a ridiculously long time and 5 armor stands, I have something that looks like that looks like it slides across. I can't believe I took the time to do that. I'm an idiot. I really am. Anyway, let's get the base of this thing. I can't believe that. It looks good though, right? It looks good. Like it looks like it actually slides across. I'm going to put a handle on this thing too, actually, so it looks like even more like it slides across. There won't be any rails on the bottom. It just hangs from the top here. So I think that'll be good. I got to get rid of all this stuff though. So what sort of flooring should I use for this little pig pen? Oh, beautiful. Look at the inside of this. But now, if I was a pig, I would definitely be interested in being inside of a place like this. Let's do the handle now. For some reason, I'm very, very obsessed with this handle because I think it looks adorable. So we're going to put this guy down. We are going to right-click, yes, gravity, or sorry, no gravity, yes, show arms, yes. Then we're going to give it a lever. Then we're going to right arm 90 degrees, done like dinner. Should I put it the other way, though? Again, little details that nobody will ever know about this, but I do. I want it so that the light part sticks up so it looks like a latch sort of thing, like a thing, like a thumb latch. Does that make sense? There. That's what I wanted. That looks really good. I don't care what you say. I think that looks awesome. All right, now it's time to kind of muddy up this area out here. So inside the stall, the pig sty, is it called? I think it's called the pig sty. It looks like this. But outside there's going to be more muddy areas with some water here and there and a trough. Of course, we need a pig trough. All right, I think I am pretty much done with the pig pen. I'm going to have two entrances into the pig pen here. We're going to have that one there, and this one may be around here, probably. I think this would look good. And before we do that, let's put one of these guys down and then one of those. All right, so let me go over what I did here. Obviously, it looks like a big mess. Now, typically, I like to use, if you can see it from here, and you may or may not be able to see it, I like to use 3 or 4 specific blocks for like animal pen terrain. Okay, this one is a lot of different blocks. I wanted it to look messy and chaotic, and I think I've achieved that because these pigs, I tell you, they're messy and chaotic. So I think that looks pretty good. I'm also using different colored fences here and there because I want the fences to look like they've been here a long time and they get muddied up and mucked up. You know, because pigs, they're messy. Let me check over here. Did I use 3 or 4 blocks here? I probably did, right? We've got coarse dirt, path blocks, hay, and mud brick blocks. That's it. So, yeah. What I think I want, though, hold on. Do I have my shears on me? I think I want to add some grass here and there. Not a lot, but just a little bit. I'm going to break some of those, and I'll be right back. Just a couple little grassy things here and there to illustrate greenery, to give it a little bit more color because it's not a whole lot of color happening here. Maybe a couple there, and then maybe in the corners. Things tend to grow a little crazier in the corners of fences and stuff. Trust me, I speak from personal experience. Maybe we'll do something like that. Okay, how does this look? I think it looks pretty good. Now, the moment has come where I have to get the pigs in here. And I know I have a couple pigs underneath the sunflower field there. They've been there since the beginning of the season. Probably since episode 2. Maybe even episode 1. I'm not sure. I'm going to try not to bust anything that doesn't need to be busted. Okay, this is good. This is good. Oh, I think I picked the perfect spot. I got a pig right here. Perfect. Come here, buddy. Come here. Now I got your friend way down there. I'm running out of animals down here. That sheep is totally going to escape, isn't it? You've got to be kidding me. Sheep! Okay. It's okay. We'll figure that out later. We'll get the sheep back in here. Let's get you guys over there. That is where I came in, right? Yeah. Oh, you're back. Good. Good. This is good news. Now, all I can do, or all I have to do, come this way. Pigs. Thank you. And sheep is blocked off. All right, pigs, let's make our way over there. Please. Thank you. Come on. I have to test to see, by the way, if they escape from the window, because there's the trap doors I used for the windows. It technically is lower than a block. As you can see, it kind of hangs down below that ledge. So I'm hoping that the pigs can't actually escape through there, because the other side of that window leads on to freedom. And we don't want the pigs going and being free. At least not these pigs. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the leads. Okay, now, here's the big test. Come on, piggies. Actually, here, let me open this up. Okay. Come on, pigs. Do you like your new home, pigs? I don't think I gave them enough, or I gave them any ways to escape. I hope not. Look at that, a little baby pig. All right, now I'm going to go over here. Now I'm going to go in here. Come on, piggy. I don't know if it sees me. Come. Oh, you can escape. Not good. Okay, let's go in here. Let's go in here. I don't think the adults will be able to escape. I don't think... You know what? We're just going to keep this window closed for now. That's all we're going to do. We're just going to keep that window closed. They've got ventilation on this side and then this big sliding door in front. So I think we'll be okay. All right, that's it for my pig pen. Huh? I think it looks pretty good. It's time for another Beefy Tune. Today's Beefy Tune is an all-time great band, Interpol Evil. The band's name is Interpol, and the song's name is Evil. I love this song. I've been listening to it for years, and to be honest, I felt like I'd already recommended this one, but I looked at my list, and it's not on there. So, Evil by Interpol. Enjoy. It's time to go have a chat with Joe. Joe was testing some TCG Go concepts, and so I got to get the lowdown. I got to get the rundown. I got to get the summary of what was discovered and what is suggested. I found it.
Howdy, Beef.
How you doing?
You'd find it.
Yeah.
Good.
Wait. I didn't even get to see what it said from up above. Laser tag.
This is going to be my new name tag / laser tag shop. It's a work in progress.
That sounds awesome. I'm in.
Yeah, I'm excited. We needed a big place to play your smaller version of the game.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it makes the game look even tinier.
That's good. Good.
To have this huge name tag here. Doing the signs works really well.
Okay.
We found. Also, if you put a piece of glass a little bit above the firework dispenser here, then it stays in frame, so you don't have to constantly look up and down.
Okay.
Or if you're replay modding the board, right?
Right.
You know, you can show the board without
that's
and
smart.
have that kind of overlay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that too. Okay, so how fast did the games go?
The games went very fast.
Okay. Are we talking like a minute?
Few minutes.
Okay.
I will say there were a few things I was pleasantly surprised about. I was worried with only 9 cards, every time you played that same set of cards, you would have an identical outcome. But the randomization actually really does mix things up. In general, we either would end up in a situation where one person won with 4 cards left in their deck, or someone decks out.
Interesting.
And the decking out thing was usually if you played like a TFC with the miner. Where he's branch mine, where he's drawing extra cards. Or I had one deck that I was just experimenting, trying to push the limits while I play test, you know?
Of course.
Where I'm like, okay, I've got a flint and steel and an ultra rare fishing rod.
Wow.
And so that let me power up my hermit and get stuff going really quickly. But basically that meant I only had a few turns to actually kill the other person. And that person had like a health potion and was able to just barely outlast me.
I was thinking about the decking out thing, and I'm thinking this would also take some more playtesting, but what if we just eliminated that possibility for TCG Go? Like, you can't deck out. Like, once you run out of cards, you just can't draw any more cards, but you can continue to attack.
That's a possibility. I think you would want to playtest that, though, because I like the decking out being a penalty for the flint and steel or the branch mine. Like, that needs to feel dangerous in a game this small. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
There's a really great risk-reward element there.
Okay.
But one thing I would say might be an exception to that, if you were looking for a variant without decking out, would be, we had talked about, like, because these rounds are so short, possibly having a queue of hermits or whatever waiting to play, and doing it King of the Hill style, where, you know, let's say Cleo and I are playing and I defeat Cleo. My hermit stays on the board, and then the next person puts in their 9 cards, and eventually I would deck out and lose, and somebody would replace me and then face whoever was over there. And you could do something where it's like you try and see who can who can get the most kills,
Right.
you know. And you could also possibly do something. One thing that you lose with the TCG Go 1-to-1 gameplay is you don't have the, oh, I killed a hermit, so I get an extra card. So there is an element there of like, okay, if I defeat you, then I can pick one of your cards off the board to put on my to put in my hand, or to put in my randomizer.
Interesting. That's a good idea.
Something
Yeah.
like
So
that.
it kind of gives you. I mean, it kind of gives you a little bit of an advantage, because I don't imagine King of the Hill you'll be able to knock out more than 2.
It would be hard because unless you were playing a hermit with a healing ability, you know, even if I'm fully powered up, other people are going to be whittling away at me.
Right.
And the hermits with the healing abilities tend to have other things that would, you know, kind of balance that out and possibly let somebody dislodge you anyway.
Okay.
But the big thing is, if you're playing that and you only get a new card to go in your deck every time you kill somebody, you are still going to deck out eventually.
Right.
So you can't have one person just build the perfect build.
Okay. Idea.
Right.
Idea. What
Yeah.
if drawing a card at the end of your turn was optional?
Oh.
Huh? So you got to kind of strategically think about it.
That's interesting. Because the thing is, though, at that point, though, once you knew you had drawn all your cards, you could just say, I'm never going to press the button again, and to show that I've decked out.
True. Yeah, that's true.
So that's an element there.
I wonder if there's a way. Yeah, I guess it would just have to be the honor system. Like, oh, I drew 9 cards, so I'm out of cards. But it would be an interesting twist if, like, especially for King of the Hill, if you're trying to conserve cards so you don't deck out, and you just you keep just doing what you can with what you have, and then I mean, I don't imagine you'd still be able to knock out more than 2 hermits, because does your health carry over or no?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is your health would carry over.
The health carries over,
if I beat Cleo and I've only got 100 health left, right? So the next person is still going to have to power up their hermit.
That's
before they can
true.
attack and stuff. So I might get a few clean hits in, but they only got to get me down 100, and I got to get them down 250.
Right. Okay.
So
Interesting.
There is an element there. The other thing I was thinking about with the King of the Hill thing is that would be good for rapid fire games at conventions and stuff, like at PAX. Because one of the things I noticed at PAX is, like, if I sit down to play TCG with people, you know, a game can run 20, 30 minutes, which is a lot of fun. But if there's a lot of people that want to play, that way everybody kind of gets a chance. You know, I could say, okay, we're going to play kind of King of the Hill style, except I'm not going to be allowed to get knocked out.
Right.
Or like, if I get knocked out, I have to switch to my next deck. And, you know, maybe you get, like, a magnet that says I beat Joe Hills.
Yeah, or you just reset your health.
Or whatever.
That'd be helpful too, if you just reset your health every time.
Yeah, or something. But I think there needs to be a variant, though, where, like, a large number of fans can roll through and challenge us at events.
That'd be awesome.
And, you know, the TCG Go has upsides and downsides. One of the downsides is a lot of the existing cards are just flat out not going to work in the format. Anything about going AFK or moving things up and down the board now is invalidated.
Right.
The upside is a lot more people can play with the same number of cards. So if you have a family with a lot of kids, you don't have to buy a whole bunch of full decks for them to play something. They might not be playing the full game, but they're playing something. You know, we could have more people experiencing some part of the game, at least, I think, is the upshot. And we need to explore how to embrace that as fully as possible.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Lots to think about. Awesome. Okay. Playtesting round 1. Thank you so much for doing that. There will be probably a playtesting round 2, and maybe even a 3, 4, 5, and much more after that. But for now, I think it's a pretty good basis point, don't you think?
Yeah, I think where you are at is a strong starting point. And I would recommend, though, the more hermits you get to play test it, the better.
Right.
So, one of the other things we did that was kind of fun was when we were designing our decks, we kind of went through and said, oh, let's kind of make some of these decks theme decks. Like, so if I'm going to play as Princess Gem, what effect cards thematically make sense for Gem? PvP swords would make sense. And what other things make it feel like, okay, I'm really building this whole deck around the one Hermit in a way that you get to kind of role play and goof around. And so I think that's going to work better in the videos too. If the Hermits are like emotionally invested in creating these themed experiences, you know, like playing as Dwarf Impulse. It's like, okay, well, I might have Lava Bucket, you know, for my forge. And I was going to put in the Anvil, but the Anvil doesn't really work well in the single level thing. You know, but that's a dwarf type of theme, you know, an axe, you know, all that stuff. So when you do your playtest, maybe inviting the people down to the basement and saying, okay, pick a Hermit and then try to theme your deck around that. Here's 10 maps. Clone them things you want for the playtest.
Yeah.
That really worked well for us.
That's pretty interesting. And something that came to mind, I thought immediately of like, oh, BWO and his theme would be like a bed. If you think about it, the bed would be useless in just TCG Go head-to-head. But in King of the Hill, that bed might actually be pretty interesting because you can reset your health. You waste a couple moves, sure, but the other person's only powering up their Hermit at that point. Interesting to think about. Okay.
B-dubs with the bed, the clock.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have any mossy items, but you know, there's something you could do there. Build a whole B-dubs theme experience.
I gotta add some mossy items. No, stay away from building more cards. I can't do more cards this season. I already have to make Skiz and Joel.
Let me know if you need theme ideas.
I will. I will. Thanks for testing, Joe. I really appreciate it. It's time for another Hermitcraft TCG contest. Congratulations to Nick E in correctly answering that the Stig was my original skin. I was a huge fan of Top Gear. I still am kind of a huge fan of Top Gear, and I used the Stig as my original Minecraft skin. Today's question has to do with where I'm standing right now. This is a 2v2 TCG arena. Who built it? Who built it? Send your answers to HermitcraftTCGcontest at Outlook.com. Good luck to you. Must be a resident of US, Canada, or the UK to enter the contest. Now back to the video. That is going to be it for today's episode. I apologize if it's kind of a weird one and it took a long time to make because I got sick with the COVID halfway through making this episode. I'm still recovering. I don't know if you could hear it in my voice, but I am not well. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. In the next one, we'll have a bunch of fun stuff, and hopefully I will be fully recovered by then. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Where are you going, little buddy? Camera shy.